battle lamb in my hand. God Almighty, then the battle, oh Lord, yes. Oh, the battle, oh Lord, yes. Oh, the battle, oh Lord, yes. Shout, and the walls come a-tumbling down. Oh Lord, you know that Joshua did the battle, yes, the battle.
I started choir in varsity, and that was a big jump from middle school to high school, like not knowing music at all. And then when I got here, it was so welcoming.
I was very curious to see what else is out there besides sports, and once I discovered choir, it was just, I just loved it.
In choir, you learn like a lot of foreign languages, like German, Italian, Spanish, Latin. One of my favorite songs we've done is a Christmas song. It's called Bogorodite Devo. It's a Russian song. It's like praise the Lord / like praise the God. We did a song like this song back in the beginning of the year, but it was in Latin. So it was funny because it was kind of like the same song, but in 2 different languages.
A Little Prayer for You, Sing a Little Prayer for You. That was probably my favorite. Or Respect, because like we have to spell it out, and I loved doing that. But then we also did Somebody to Love by Queen, so that was super fun too.
I joined choir because I wanted to improve my singing, and I also didn't know that choir was actually a huge unity thing. Like I was like, oh, like it's singing, right? So I was just like, okay, so I'm just gonna improve my voice. But it was a lot more than that. It was like unity. It's like everyone's working together to create this beautiful sound.
I've been a part of the choir world since elementary school because we used to do elementary musicals that were mandatory for all people in your grade. And I believe it was 3rd grade, I was Hans from Frozen, and I got to say a few lines into the microphone, and it's stuck with me ever since then.
You don't necessarily want to have a high ego. Say like, oh, I'm better than you, or I'm good at this, really good at this, and I can do my best on stage. The point is not to do your best, it's to do the best by everyone else and just be together as a group.
Choir, it gives you a lot of opportunities. You get to make a lot of friends. You get to talk to a lot of people that normally you wouldn't talk to. You get to experiment with different things about your voice. It lets me express myself in ways that I don't usually get to express myself around others. And it doesn't make me feel afraid. Like, out of all my classes, I feel the least afraid in my choir class because I feel like I am with a team that supports me and a team that I love a lot.
Being in choir here has really improved my musical skill level, so I ended up getting accepted at a church to be a choral fellow. So they pay me to help lead the section and be involved in the choir.
With the choral fellows, yeah, I get paid to sing in a choir every Sunday and Thursday, and I think that's pretty cool, and I can definitely attest a lot of it to the program here and just the great minds that work in the music programs in Davison.
Choir, you have the opportunity to get your varsity letter, so depending on how many activities you do, including which ensembles you're in for choir, and then opportunities outside of it, such as solo and ensemble and regional honors choir, any musicals that you participate in, whether it be the high school musical or any outside of there, you get points for that, which all accumulate towards your varsity letter for choir. It can be really special to have a varsity letter because it just shows your work and dedication towards something. A lot of people are really proud of them.
I was never confident in my voice until I joined choir. Choir basically brought out all that confidence for my singing. Like, it just helps so much. It builds your voice.
Choir is kind of a thing that's like, it's good for you, like regardless of experience and like what you've done before. It's good with like team building experience, and it's a very low pressure environment. So if you like go into it with like not really knowing anybody in the class, if you're starting out with like cardinal choir or concert choir, like you're not going to get thrown into like all the hard pieces and like the challenging like concepts like firsthand. Like you don't got to stress about that. It's very low pressure. We have the new Choraleers choir, which is going to be an all treble voice. So it's like soprano, alto, like a women's choir. It's like very unique. It's like really amplifies those higher pitches and those like refined sounds of like the woman's voice and the woman's timbre.
Join choir. Get out there. Do what you want, because at the end of the day, choir is just another way for you to, voice things that maybe you were too scared to when you were like younger.
The group is just like so amazing, and we automatically clicked. The seniors said that they adopted me as their freshmen, so.
You don't have to be the best singer to join choir, and you can also make new friends.
I would say just take that leap if you want to do it, because if you do it, I would tell you that it's definitely worth it.